Hi, it's Theresa with Crafty with Theresa. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're actually going to be doing a Craft My Stash video. I'm running super behind, but I really wanted to get this video out because it's truly a quick and easy card that you can do. And you can duplicate it easily also. All you need are some papers, an ink pad, a stamp set, and you can put this together in minutes. I'm going to go ahead and walk through one of the cards with you. Any additional cards I'll probably have to just put out in a post just because Father's Day is coming up in a few days. So I unfortunately had some unexpected events that kind of caused me to get behind here. So in my case, with a family member who's ill, you just have to go with the flow and you just have to keep moving on. So that's what we're doing here today. Let's take a look at some of the papers we'll be using. We'll use two of the Designer Series papers. You'll see I have Take to the Sky and Country Woods. As I mentioned, we'll be using items for my stash, so it's going to be some stamps for my stash that I have from when I previously was with Close to My Heart, and I'll also be using some inks as well. But I will show you some tips on how I was able to make them work. I'll start with getting my card base ready. I'll just get it creased with my bone folder and have that ready to go. And I'm kind of showing you here just a little bit of what it's going to look like. Now I do already have the die cut circle handy. I always have these in my stash. Circles, squares, arches, ovals, all of those I have on hand set up in their own envelopes ready to go. Anytime I need them, I just grab one. So I grabbed that circle, and initially I wasn't going to put the additional circle in there, and I was just going to use the paper that is behind that opening, but I decided that would be too difficult to see. So I've grabbed my stamp block. I'm actually taking that, and I'm actually going to condition it a little bit. It's been a while since I've used these stamps, so I'm not sure how well the conditioning is, so we'll see. I'm going to do that real quick. I grab my little cushion. This cushion is used when you want to make sure the stamp secure the ink to that paper and come out just like you want it to. I'll take it, I'll ink it up here. Now what I'm going to do is I have Sapphire ink, and this particular panel is actually 4 by 5¼ inches. That's how this is cut. So this paper is actually more of a BOHO blue color, and that's a Stampin' Up color. Well, I don't have that just yet, so we'll have to make do, and we'll do our own thing here and make something work, and I'll show that to you here. So I start by full strength stamping that pinwheel. Then I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to take a look at that and see, did it lighten it up enough to where it will look like that boho color, and I think it does. So I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper. This is just a regular piece of paper that I have sitting beside my desk all the time. I have a little photo box container full of different scraps, and I'll take that and I'll actually stamp that on that scrap piece of paper, and then I'll fussy cut it. And I'm not going to actually go through that. I'll skip most of that for today's video, but I will be showing you a little tip about what I do when I have a situation where I'm doing fussy cutting. Next, I'm just trying to see if I want to use that sapphire color here for the sentiment on that circle, or if I want to actually use the Memento black ink, and I did end up deciding to use the Memento black ink. Now I've got that circle ready to go. I've actually got my stamp ready to go, and I'll put that Memento black ink on it and I'll just stamp it right there. I wanted the sentiment to stand out just a little bit more because there is a lot of blue there. And then of course you have the blue and the pinwheel, so I thought I needed that variation of color. I did leave some room on one side of the circle because I want to put that pinwheel right there, and I think it came out beautiful. Now what I'm showing you here is I've already fussy cut this pinwheel, but I've decided I definitely want that pinwheel to have a little bit more of a rustic edge around it. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Up blender pen, and I'll just use that and go around the edges. So I'm really excited because I really want to get these done, and I have several that I'm working on. And the one thing about this card is you'll see that it's not your traditional sentiment. I believe there are times when you need a card for someone for Father's Day that isn't necessarily your biological father. It might be an uncle, it might be a father who's stepped in where he was needed. It might even be a friend that you care about and you want to give them a Father's Day card. So there are a lot of reasons why you may not want to use the standard Happy Father's Day or even Number One Dad and sentiments like that. So I make a few of these types of cards every year just in case someone needs them. Of course, I'll make the traditional cards too. So I'll start gluing this down. And then one more tip today. If I don't happen to have the right type of embellishment color, I also use that blender pen to actually make the gem the color I want. So in this case, I use this Sapphire dye ink and the blender pen to make the color I'm looking for this card. So here's a look at the card we made here today. Simple, but perfect for a father figure in your life. At least that's what I think. Here's another one of the cards I was able to get done today. I have a few more that I hope to get done. If I do get them done, I'll put those out in a post in case you want to take a look at them. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you haven't already subscribed, and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, the notification button, and like and comment. It helps YouTube to notice me. Until next time, have a great day.